From state-of-the-art venues to luxury apartments, Kansas City is evolving faster than ever. In this video, we're diving into the top 20 developments that you should know about. Kansas City has been on the rise, and the pace of development shows no signs of slowing down. Whether it's new places to live, work, or play, there's something exciting happening in nearly every corner of the city. We're gonna kick things off with 10 developments that are happening within the city limits, followed by 10 more taking place in the burbs. So if you're curious about what's coming, stick around. This is your guide to the most important developments happening right now here in the metro. First up, let's start with something huge: the expansion of one of KC's most beloved cultural landmarks, the Negro League's Baseball Museum. This expansion is a game changer. The museum is set to grow with a brand new hotel, apartments, and more right in the heart of the 18th and Vine district. Let's break it down and talk about why this matters for Kansas City. The Negro League's Baseball Museum has been a cornerstone of KC's cultural scene for decades, celebrating the incredible legacy of African-American baseball players. Now, a $25 to $30 million expansion is in the works, and it's not just about adding more exhibits. They're planning to bring in new interactive experiences and learning spaces, making it more engaging for visitors. But that is just the beginning. Two developers are partnering with the museum to turn this into a full campus across 2.8 acres. One of the biggest highlights is a 100-room hotel that'll officially be tied to the museum. The hotel will have ground floor dining, retail spots, and even a rooftop bar, making it a new destination for locals and tourists alike. And that's not all. They're also planning on adding up to 200 apartments in the area, bringing more life to the historic 18th and Vine district. The museum will stay in its current location, but this whole expansion is really setting up for the district as a thriving hub for culture and history. If you haven't made it down to the museum yet, now's the time to start planning your visit because it's only getting better from here. All right, let's talk about the latest updates for the Kansas City streetcar. The southern extension, which will take the streetcar all the way from Union Station to UMKC, has officially begun testing. This 3.5-mile stretch includes 16 new stops and will connect important spots like Midtown, Westport, and the Country Club Plaza, making it a huge win for commuters and local businesses in the area. Full operation of this line is expected by 2025, so we're getting close. On the north side, construction just kicked off for the Riverfront extension. This phase of the project will extend the line about 0.7 miles from the River Market to Berkeley Riverfront, improving access to attractions like KC Current Stadium and Berkeley Riverfront Park. This phase is still in the early stages, with completion expected by late 2025 or early 2026. Crews have already started prepping Grand Boulevard Bridge for track construction, and this addition is set to drive even more foot traffic to the area and fuel even more development. Both of the extensions are massive for the city's public transportation network and will undoubtedly boost economic growth along the routes. Next on our list, we have Penway Point, a development many, including myself, have been very excited about, but it's currently facing some delays. Originally planned for 2024, construction hit an unexpected underground infrastructure issue beneath the 120-year-old site, pushing back the timeline to 2025. Over $15 million has already been invested, but the process has been slower than anticipated. However, some of the features are still on track, including the Lumi Neon Sign Museum, beach volleyball, and a few new dining spots. The first phase of Penway Point will focus on opening some family-friendly spaces along the already operational KC Wheel, which launched in late 2023. Palacana, known for its homemade ice cream and churros, will open its 8th location here, while Urbana Sur plans to serve up premium tequila and Mexican cuisine. As exciting as these additions sound, the continuous delays and ongoing construction make it hard not to feel a bit underwhelmed by the project's progress. Developers have had to tackle issues like upgrading plumbing, installing new infrastructure, and adding modern amenities like power distribution and parking. Beyond the initial phases, Penway Point's vision still includes larger entertainment venues like the Barrel Hall and Tailgate buildings, which will repurpose the industrial spaces for food, drinks, and outdoor events. But for now, the project remains a work in progress with hopes that early 2025 will finally bring it all to life. By the way, if we haven't met yet, I'm Kyle and this is Moving to KC, and I bring you everything from development and relocation advice to this channel. We're also a team of realtors, so if you're looking to buy, sell, relocate, or invest throughout KC, we got your back. Shoot me a call, text, or email if you check any of those boxes, and remember to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay in the know about all things happening in and around Kansas City. All right, let's jump back into our list. Next up, we have Google's massive $1 billion data center set to break ground at the Hunt Midwest Business Center in Kansas City's Northland. Located just east of Worlds of Fun, this project will be a major driver for Google's AI and cloud computing efforts. Construction is already underway, and it's expected to create over 1,000 construction jobs and generate more than 1,400 permanent roles once the center is fully operational. But one of the most exciting aspects is that this will be Google's first data center in Missouri, and it comes with big local benefits. In collaboration with Evergy, the center will be powered by 400 megawatts of carbon-free energy from the Beavertail solar farm, helping meet Google's sustainability goals. Plus, their skilled trades and readiness program will expand to this region, providing job opportunities, especially for underrepresented communities. Plus, they'll contribute over $100,000 to North Kansas City Schools STEAM Center, offering students hands-on experiences in science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. This project, though exciting, also comes after years of strategic planning involving partnerships with local officials and incentives designed to attract tech giants like Google. This project is certainly a big step for Kansas City's tech scene, but as with any large-scale development, it's still early to predict the long-term benefits. With Google's commitment to sustainability and job creation, it will be interesting to see how this data center and others like it impact the region over the coming years. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Are you a fan of these data centers coming to Kansas City? Next up is Barney Plaza, and I know what you're thinking, how can we get excited over a parking garage? But there's more to this redevelopment than just parking. Demolition is already underway, and by 2026, this space will feature not only a new garage, but also new event spaces, play areas, and a dog park, all accessible from the street level. With the FIFA World Cup coming to town, the project will become a central hub for fans, complete with giant projections on the municipal auditorium's north facade. Plus, it ties into other downtown improvements like the South Loop cap over I-670, we'll get to that in a minute, making Barney Plaza a key gathering space. The $90 million redevelopment will revitalize this 5-acre spot without adding any new cost to taxpayers, and that's one of the best parts. The city hopes to see events like Fiesta Hispana return once construction is complete. Now, right across the street, there's a pretty cool project underway. We have the Aladdin Hotel, which is a historic building that's getting a second chance. Originally built in 1925 and once a hotspot for celebrities like Mickey Mantle and Al Capone, the Aladdin closed in 2020 after briefly operating as a Holiday Inn. Now, developers are transforming it into apartments and mixed-use spaces while preserving its iconic features like marble columns and mosaic tiles. I recently had an opportunity to take a tour with developer Zach Molzer, and he shared some interesting finds like a half-baked cake that was left behind when the hotel abruptly closed and a trampoline that mysteriously appeared in the ballroom overnight. The ballroom, which is on the top floor, will soon be converted into a tenant amenity center, and part of the 16th floor will feature a high-end cocktail lounge, which will be open to the public and have stunning views of the city. With demolition underway, the project is set to wrap up by summer of 2026, adding even more housing options downtown in time for the World Cup. It's a great example of breathing new life into a historic building while respecting its past. Next up is the South Point project, which could be a major step forward for Kansas City's east side, specifically at 63rd and Prospect Avenue. This project covers 31 acres, and the plan features 240 mixed-income housing units, a hotel, and a supermarket, restaurants, and office and retail spaces. The area has long been overlooked in terms of development, making this project particularly significant. While there haven't been many updates since earlier this year, the land has been acquired, so we're off to at least a good start there. If it moves forward as planned, South Point has the potential to truly reshape the neighborhood, creating new opportunities and much needed services for the community. Moving on, let's talk about 4Light, the fourth tower in Kansas City's Light series. While plans have been submitted for this $156 million 24-story high-rise, not everyone is on board. Many locals have voiced concerns about the focus on luxury apartments, feeling that they don't address broader housing needs. However, developments like 1Light, 2Light, and 3Light have undeniably contributed to the revitalization of downtown, bringing in residents and helping transform the area into a vibrant urban hub. 4Light will follow suit with 293 high-end apartments and a 22nd floor amenity level featuring outdoor decks, a 7-story parking garage, and a nearby 2-story retail and restaurant space. Though some argue that these projects don't serve the broader population, they've absolutely played a key role in attracting businesses, visitors, and more residents to downtown, driving even more economic growth. With no confirmed timeline yet, the project is expected to take 26 to 28 months once construction begins. If it's approved, it will also receive a 25-year property tax abatement and a $17.1 million parking subsidy, continuing the trend of incentivizing these large-scale developments. Next up is the South Loop project, a huge development I've covered a lot on my channel and something I'm personally really excited about. However, similar to Penway Point, it has faced numerous delays, as in it hasn't even gotten started yet. Now, this will be a 5.5-acre park that will cap a section of I-670, transforming downtown Kansas City by connecting the business district to the Crossroads Art District and adding much needed green space, playgrounds, and gathering areas. And while it hasn't broken ground yet, the city is pushing ahead with a contractor selection, and there's a real sense of urgency to complete key phases before the 2026 World Cup. So far, $129 million has been raised in state, local, and federal funding, with a $65 million line of credit also approved to cover construction. However, there have been some setbacks with financing, like missing out on a $75 million government grant that has left the city officials working to fill the remaining funding gaps. Even if the full park isn't ready by 2026, city leaders are aiming to complete the park's deck structure by then, creating event spaces and potentially temporary soccer pitches. While there's still a long road ahead, the South Loop project has the potential to completely reshape how downtown Kansas City feels and functions, bringing people together in a way we've never seen before. I have been and will continue to be following this project closely, and I can't wait to see how it progresses. Now, while the South Loop project is set to reshape downtown, UMKC is making major strides in the Health and Sciences District. They've officially broken ground on the Healthcare Delivery and Innovation Building, a $145 million project, the largest capital investment in the university's history. This 5-story, 160,000 square foot facility at 25th and Charlotte will house the School of Dentistry, the Health Equity Institute, and state-of-the-art biomedical engineering labs. It will also support clinical services for university health and foster interdisciplinary research. The Health Sciences District, already home to institutions like Children's Mercy Hospital and University Health, is positioning itself as a premier regional medical center. In addition to UMKC's new building, the city is pushing forward with 3 development tracks in the district, which would include affordable apartments, mixed-use spaces with residential units, offices, retail, and a hotel. All right, we've covered 10 of the most exciting developments happening inside the city limits of Kansas City, but things are really starting to heat up in the suburbs. Before we dive into the burbs, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you never miss one of our videos about life here in Kansas City. First on our list of suburban developments is the highly anticipated Brookridge development in Overland Park. This is a $2 billion project that's set to replace the former Brookridge golf course at I-435 and Antioch Road and has been in the works since 2019, but has faced multiple delays due to economic challenges. Originally scheduled to start major construction by July of 2024, the Overland Park City Council recently granted the developer a 2-year extension, pushing the new start date to July 2026. Despite these setbacks, some progress is being made. Work on public street improvements at 103rd Street and Antioch Road is already underway, supported by an $8 million grant from the Kansas Department of Transportation. These improvements include upgrades to stormwater systems, burying utilities, and installing new traffic signals. Once complete, Brookridge will be a sprawling mixed-use development featuring over 2,000 apartments, 100,000 square feet of office space, 70,000 square feet of retail, 2 hotels, restaurants, and entertainment venues. Developers envision a blend of urban convenience with suburban charm, creating a vibrant hub in Johnson County. Though the project has seen some bumps in the road, there's still optimism that Brookridge will bring significant benefits to the area as it moves forward. Staying with development news in Overland Park, the city is moving forward with a major transformation of the downtown farmers market. City Council has approved a $33.9 million project to revamp the market, which has been a staple since 1991. This plan includes a new indoor pavilion, expanded outdoor vendor spaces with shade structures, and improved access to utilities like water and power. They're also making the market more accessible by leveling the ground and adding more restrooms for vendors and visitors. The project, which has been in the works since 2017, came from extensive community feedback, with residents expressing their desire for the market to remain downtown. And this new design aims to not only modernize the market, but also create a year-round community gathering space. Meanwhile, city officials are excited to see the market evolve into a vibrant hub for events and activities, and construction is set to begin after the 2024 market season wraps up in December. Another major development that's been nearly 10 years in the making is finally taking shape in KCK. After calling the West Bottoms home for over a century, the American Royal is now setting up its new home in Kansas City, Kansas, with a $350 million investment. This new 127-acre complex near the Kansas Speedway will include a massive 400,000 square foot barn, 3 arenas, and an education and welcome center. At the end of the day, it'll create over 1 million square feet of space dedicated to exhibitions and learning. This relocation represents a significant shift for the American Royal, more than doubling the size of its former home. The development also positions Kansas City as a leader in agricultural innovation, with future phases potentially bringing festival grounds, concert spaces, RV accommodations, and more. While some are nostalgic about the American Royal's departure from the West Bottoms, this move is necessary to expand the organization's mission and bring a new level of vibrancy to the Kansas City region. Shifting gears over to the Missouri side, let's dive into Lee Summit, where 3 major developments are transforming the city's landscape. First up is Discovery Park, a $900 million mixed-use project near I-470 and Northeast Douglas Street, spanning nearly 270 acres. This ambitious development will feature a Riverwalk district, 4-acre lake for kayaking and paddleboarding, and 650,000 square feet of retail, office, and entertainment space. Phase 1, called The Village, is already underway, bringing 80,000 square feet of commercial space, 590 apartment units, and an athletic club. Meanwhile, future phases like Discovery Crossing will add more space for businesses. Next on the list is Oldham Village, a 50-acre development off Oldham Parkway. This project will be home to a new Q39 barbecue location, which is slated to open in late 2025 with a large outdoor seating area and a signature cocktail program. Alongside Q39, Oldham Village will offer nearly 66,000 square feet of retail, dining, and commercial spaces. And lastly, the Downtown Market Plaza is currently underway. This development, located downtown in Lee Summit's historic district, will feature a pavilion with open seating, local art installations, a boutique hotel, an indoor-outdoor year-round farmers market, and a performance area with a movable stage. The project also includes outdoor patios, dining options, and 200 urban apartments, making it a lively hub in the heart of downtown Lee Summit. The farmers market and performance area are expected to open by spring of 2025. And all three of these developments really signal the direction that Lee Summit is heading, which I often refer to as the Overland Park of the Missouri side. Next up, we have a significant development in Olathe with the Olathe Gateway project, which has received approval for a 16-year Star Bond district. This $338 million entertainment complex is set to transform a 130-acre site at the intersection of 119th Street and Renner Boulevard, aiming to open by 2026. The project will feature a 400,000 square foot exhibition barn, 3 arenas, and Michael's Wonder World, an all-abilities theme park inspired by Lamar Hunt Jr.'s grandson, who has a rare medical condition. Lamar Hunt Jr., whose father founded Worlds of Fun, continues his legacy of community-focused entertainment. The complex will also include a 150-room hotel and a 5,000-seat sports arena, which will host North American 3 Hockey League games. Construction is expected to break ground soon, and the goal is to have the entire project completed by late summer 2026. All right, heading north of the river is Riverside's new Live Nation Amphitheater. With a budget of nearly $120 million, this 15,000-seat outdoor venue is set to become a major attraction for concerts and events in the Kansas City metro area. Spanning over 135 acres, it'll offer a mix of seating options under a 70-foot roof, including pit, general admission, lawn, and premium areas. Live Nation plans to include food vendors, VIP sections, and over 5,400 parking spaces, making it a premier entertainment destination north of the river. While the exact opening dates remain uncertain, construction is expected to wrap up by 2025, with Riverside projecting around 350,000 annual visitors, most from outside of the area. Another downtown historic district that is seeing a massive revitalization is Liberty, Missouri. This project will feature a blend of residential, commercial, and public space improvements aimed at enhancing community life while preserving the town's historic charm. The City Council has approved the plan, which includes new lofts, shops, and restaurants to attract more residents and visitors. One of the phases will feature a pocket neighborhood with 13 single-family homes, while another will consist of a 3-story mixed-use building offering retail on the first floor and 38 residential units above. The phased approach aims to increase residential density in downtown Liberty, drawing more people to the area to support future commercial growth. And the final development on our list is transforming DeSoto, Kansas, with Panasonic's $4 billion battery plant taking shape at the former Sunflower Army ammunition plant site. This massive 4.7 million square foot facility is on track to become the world's largest battery manufacturing plant, bringing an estimated 4,000 jobs once fully operational. I've actually helped a couple of you move here already that are gonna go work at this plant. And the production is expected to start gradually by early 2025. Located at the Astra Enterprise Park, the facility will feature 4 production lines capable of powering 500,000 electric vehicles annually. As Panasonic continues to expand its EV battery production, this facility aims to surpass its Nevada plant, which produces 2 billion batteries annually. With the rising demand for electric vehicles, the DeSoto plant will help solidify Kansas City's position in the growing EV market. And as I said, we're helping a couple of you move here already, and if you're watching this video as part of the Panasonic relocation, my team and I would love to assist you, so reach out day or night, and we'd love to help. And that is a wrap. These developments are part of a larger vision for Kansas City's future, highlighting the city's promising outlook. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the direction Kansas City is currently heading, and if I missed any developments, feel free to share them down in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video.